Thank you so much for joining me today. How you guys doing? So I saw this post on the Germany subreddit. I thought it was really interesting. Sorry if this is a dumb question, but drinking beers in Germany doesn't give me headaches like it does in America. Is it just me? I figured you guys would like this because it's like, it's like pro-German beer. I know you guys love your beer. And honestly, the whole rest of the world hates American beer. Probably more than they hate American football, or right up there with it. Actually, you guys are some of the only people that actually kind of like American football, huh? So that's one cool thing about Germany, in my opinion at least. Not that I'm actually the biggest American football fan, but I think it's a good sport. Anyway, what am I talking about? We're talking about beer. Why does American beer give you a freaking headache? This is interesting to me because I can relate to this, Like, I like American beer, even if it tastes like piss water to you guys. It's whatever to me. It's fine. But it does give me a headache sometimes. And I always just assumed, that's just because it just comes with getting a little bit buzzed or drunk. You can get a headache. But maybe there's actually a difference there. I don't know. I'm just trying to learn. Let's see. Now, of course, I know by the mere mention of the USA, you're going to assume that, of course, I'm referring to that piss water known as Budweiser. But no, I'm talking about the actual cities that have legit local breweries like New York City and San Francisco. Okay. There's actually a ton of cities that have local breweries. It's not just New York City or San Francisco. That's just an odd thing to say, in my opinion. Just got to call that out. It's like a trendy thing in America for like little microbreweries and stuff all around the country. Anyway, it's not even about getting drunk either. Usually even when just having a casual drink with friends, I drink to the point of being slightly buzzed and still get a headache. Yet on a recent visit to Germany, even downing half a liter of beer did not give me any headaches. Granted, I only drink now and then, so I'm no expert. So is there something to that? So let's see, guys. What is it? Because we got the expert right here. This is the top comment. Brewer here. If you're talking about German lagers versus American craft ales, the simplest explanation would be a higher concentration of fusel alcohols in the American craft ales. Fusel alcohols are known to cause headaches, are naturally produced by yeast during the fermentation process, and are present in small concentrations in all beer. Several factors influence the concentration of fusels produced, including fermentation temperature. Lower fermentation temperature, less fusel. Higher, more. Lagers ferment at low temps. Ales at high temps. Ooh, some science. That's exciting. The scientist, he did the math. There we go, guys. There's a little factoid for you. American beer not only tastes like piss water, it gives you a freaking headache. No, actually, this is not the piss water. This is like craft beer. So, okay. A little bit different. That is fascinating, though. Okay. Hey, we got to give the point to the German beer, right? I got to do it. No headache? Headaches suck. And I hate getting a headache when I'm drinking beer. Alcohol by volume comes into the picture as well. All other things being equal, a 6.7 beer will have 100% more fusels than a 4.5 beer. Okay, I mean, all right, that's a good point, but also, if you're getting less alcohol, then that's just, I don't know. That's a thumbs down right there. Less alcohol, thumbs down. But 4.5 is like a normal amount. Craft beers here in America do tend to have a little bit more alcohol, which I guess is the point. So if you're drinking half a liter of 4.5 German lager versus half a liter of 6.7 DIPA, you're ingesting more fusel alcohols. I had no idea the word fusel is used in English. Fusel means, in German, a very bad drink that makes headaches. No way. Probably that word was first used in professional context, but was later used for bad alcoholic drinks. So American beer literally has just this term. It has more of the headache juice. That's effectively what you guys call it. We just put headache juice in our beer. That's kind of dumb. Thank you for dispelling some of the misinformation in this thread. Ooh, I'm interested in the misinformation now. I tend to get headaches from certain German beers, Kolsch in particular, and Stella Artois, Belgian. That's popular here. Stella Artois. But not others. I think it has something to do with the way Kolsch is brewed. Half a liter is one bottle. Obviously, it just depends on many factors, but having one bottle would not give me a headache in any country. Turns out the U.S. tap water used for beer brewing contains more chlorine than average German public swimming pools. Does American tap water contain more chlorine than German? This is insane. I can't believe I'm typing this. Swimming pools. Yes, in most cases, American tap water has more chlorine than German public swimming pools. So the EPA allows up to 4 milligram per liter part per million of chlorine. Typical U.S. municipal systems keep levels between 0.2 and 1 part per million. Some places it can be 2. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh my god, I can't believe this is true. This is sad. Oh my god. Okay, so in Germany, many pools aim for around 0.4 to only half a part per million. That's really low, is what's kind of interesting about that. I feel like are our pools way more chlorinated? Let's see. Okay. Okay. See, that at least starts to make a little bit more sense, because I was just going to say, like, drinking pool water is not like drinking tap water. So the reason that is your guys' pools are way less chlorinated. Well, I guess I shouldn't say way less, but considering yours is only like half a part per million and ours is about 2 to 3. I mean, that's 4 or 5, 6 times more chlorine, which is really quite fascinating. I actually think that's interesting, because that must be nice. You know, I like to open my eyes underwater, and here in the U.S. I can do that for a little bit, but my eyes get irritated pretty quickly. You know, by the time I'm done swimming, my eyes will be highly irritated from opening them under the water from the chlorine. And I mean, if water gets in your mouth, it's a nasty chlorine taste here in America. So I imagine if your pools are so much lower chlorine, you don't have those issues. But also then, okay, our tap water has more I can't believe that. Oh God, that does not seem good. And I do feel like that would give you a headache. You know? Now, are the beer breweries using tap water to brew beer? Guess we'll keep asking the all-powerful AI, guys. This is the source of just all truth, you know? Yes, almost all American breweries start with municipal tap water. Obviously, they don't just brew it as is. They run it through filters and shit to remove chlorine. Okay, so there's actually a decent amount of nuance to this. Like, the water indeed is more chlorinated than German pools here in America, but the beer breweries obviously filter it. Now, some may not do as good a job as others. No reputable brewery anywhere in the world is making beer without removing the chlorine from the water first. It binds to tannins. Okay, that's interesting. It was a lot to go through, but still, the fact that I now know that American tap water has as much or more chlorine than German swimming pools, that's a fun fact. Actually, it's not fun, but that's an interesting fact. So this person suggests, you know, Germany has a tighter regulation on the chemicals that can be used as preservatives in beers. That tends to be true, right? Like the EU compared to America in general. America is more loose with the regulations on preservatives and stuff in general, from what I've seen. Okay, wow. Well, that went in multiple different directions that were indeed interesting and enlightening, and we came to the scientific answer that is actually quite fascinating, which is that It's mostly to do with the temperatures they're fermented at, which causes more or less fusels, which is a word you guys use to mean drinks that give you a headache. So that makes sense. All right. Well, I mean, I thought that was interesting. Hopefully, someone out there did as well. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.